Welcome to Good Mythical MORE. What is the best tasting construction of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Let's find out definitively right now.
But first,
Okay, then not right now.
new selfie face. Found $1 in my sock.
Well, I've never been so surprised
Got
in
it.
my life.
Okay.
I guess it could happen in the wash. The sock goes out of the pocket, the dollar goes out of the pocket into the sock, or the sock comes out of the pocket and there's a dollar bill already in it.
Okay. Bring in those other breads for a second because, all right, we've got 4 different peanut butters, 4 different jellies, we've got 4 different breads, we've got wheat, whole wheat, white, and sourdough.
And this is a lot of combinations.
We're not gonna try every combination because first of all, I don't know how to do the math on that, but it's way more than we have time for. I also know, for me, I'm not gonna like wheat or whole wheat more than white or sourdough, and I think I'm gonna like white, but sourdough is interesting.
That's interesting, yeah. Oh, and when you talk about white, they're not holding back with the Wonder Bread.
Right. Now, peanut butter, you're a peanut butter man. Interestingly, growing up, I was a Jif man, you were a Peter Pan man. But then when we did the blind peanut butter taste test, you actually ended up preferring Jif over Peter Pan when you didn't know what you were tasting. You thought that
True.
Jif was Peter Pan, and that's why you liked it, but it was Jif. And I told you growing up, I was like, Jif's better, man.
Yeah, and that was years ago though, so
And Skippy,
I'm gonna retaste those now.
the question for
Here in a
me
second.
is it gonna be creamy or extra crunchy? Which I think is gonna be creamy, but
The question for me is, do I still like Jif more than Peter Pan? And we have a lot of Skippy in our house, so I'm not gonna hate on Skippy because I love some Skippy too.
I do wanna say that
And I
this,
love some Justins, if you want to just really break the bank.
that this was a fan submitted episode.
Austin Stauduhar.
Reached out to Matt Carney and just said, hey, I feel like this is a good idea for an episode, and we were like, we think you're right. We're gonna try
Thanks,
that.
Austin _097.
Because this question,
332 followers on Instagram, do not lie. Your opinion is valid.
I don't want to give any preconceived notions.
Look at that. I mean, just look in there.
I feel like we need a spoon. I don't like to
That's-
break the top of that with a knife. I like to break it with a spoon. But you know what?
We
All
only
we got
have
is knives.
Only have knives. So I'm gonna do a little link taste test here.
I feel like I'm only gonna taste combinations though, because I'm not interested in
I'm gonna start with the
what
Peter
peanut
Pan.
butter's better. I'm just interested in which one's better on bread with jelly. Okay. And in terms of jelly,
So many memories wrapped up in that Peter Pan.
man, this is tough. I know it's not grape jelly for me. That's the only thing I do.
I've never panned
Can I
Peter.
have a plate? Peter, can I have a plate?
You're breaking my concentration.
I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
I gotta go back into the Peter Pan because I want to like it more.
Now see, I'm doing this foldy situation here. I'm just gonna fold this little corner.
Jif is more peanuttier.
Peanuttier. Oh, man.
I like Jif a little bit better still. I didn't want to, but I do. I just do. It happens every single time.
But we get like
Oh, thank goodness they gave me some milk.
the more natural peanut butter at home, you know.
They've all got a natural version. So, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what, so you've chosen the strawberry.
Oh, as a taste. And I'm trying
You're
to
only
think-
eating half. You can't. That's not a. You're eating one slice of bread.
You know what? You are so into your own situation.
I was trying to.
Let me show you.
I just don't think you
me
can
show-
do that.
No, let me show you what I'm doing. Look, check this out, Link. About to blow your mind. Look. You fold it, and now I have a little sandwich bite.
Oh, I'm gonna do that too. Sourdough is not a good idea. I'm thinking that
Man, crunchy is nice.
this is my grab me a Wonder Bread because my choice is Welch's Concord grape, Jif,
Definitely not.
but I mean, we got some Smucker's grape, right? Ooh, the blackberry jam, that's tempting.
And we have red raspberry as well. For me, grape is the only one I'm not gonna try because I know that I'd like it less than all three of the other jellies and jams.
But I wanna make it for you.
Oh, I'm doing my little corner technique, man. Don't worry.
But you're not making the one that I think that is, I want you to try my favorite once you've narrowed it down.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try your favorite once I narrow it down.
Once I get what I think is my favorite.
And then how did you do this again? So
you just do them next to each other on one side, and then you
fold it.
And then you fold it.
And you gotta have the right
I've never been more
amount.
focused. Yeah, I went a little too heavy there.
So that's yeah, I'm right. That's Jif. And then I've got the Concord grape
Red
here.
raspberry is nice.
I mean, that's just a nice looking logo. You know it's grape because it's a big word that says grape.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
You learning something?
What's this? This is the.
What you learning?
I'm learning that I actually like the texture added by the crunchy, and I don't typically like crunchy peanut butter, but in a sandwich form,
Me neither.
I like it.
Okay. And so this is my go-to.
Now, I think I've got my peanut butter and jelly combination figured out, but now I got to figure out if this sourdough is going to be something unexpected and cool that no one ever anticipated. How entertaining is this, Stevie?
This grape comes on really strong. A lot stronger than I realized.
Really entertaining, Stevie?
Oh, yeah.
She's
Sorry,
reading the Torah.
I was doing, I was riveted and paying such close attention to what you were doing
She's studying Jewish history.
that I
wonder
that I didn't hear my name being called.
what.
We're talking about how entertaining this is.
And yeah, what I'm
Seems
not
like the
doing,
only thing you heard
I'm
was your
also
name
not
being called.
taking a nap. Is the other thing that I'm not doing right now. So
I'm really just testing bread at this point because
Sourdough, while it's much healthier, it's a fermented product, that's why.
it is firm. Oh,
It's,
I don't want to use that again. I want to use this.
Overpowering and takes away from the experience. I don't like to squirt my jelly.
And yeah, because you need to spread anyway. Like once I've spreaded, oh, that blackberry is tempting. And then the grape over there. All right, so now,
All right, Link, I think I've got what I'm considering my perfect sandwich. I'm going to make a whole one. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to cut it in triangles because I know you like that. And then I'm going to serve it to both of us.
I'm gonna try. I'm testing out the sourdough, but I'm also testing out the grape and the blackberry in 2 bites.
I think your jaw just literally may have come out of socket on that bite.
I don't know what happens. I think that it's like it's trying to clear a hurdle, and it trips on the hurdle.
Right, yeah. You usually lose the race when that happens, unless everybody trips.
Sourdough is a big mistake.
Big mistake.
Big mistake because it's sour.
It's a great bread, but it's. I think you got to do sourdough with savory.
You gotta, yeah. That's not working at all. That's going in the trash. That's totally worse than any whole wheat or honey wheat or anything else like that. All right, so now I'm back to the drawing board.
And I'm currently just drawing what I think is the
All right, so
preferred.
because you're using crunchy, I'm sticking with the smooth because
Well, I think you prefer smooth anyway.
you thought you did too.
Yeah, until I tasted the texture.
I know you're gonna feed me that, so
Well, I'm
staying
going to
with
give
this.
you. I'm not necessarily going to feed you like straight to your mouth. I'm gonna
Okay.
give it to you, and you can feed it to yourself.
You really want to have the right
Amounts.
thickness, and I think you want to go a little thicker with the peanut butter than the jelly. Even though peanut butter is a really strong flavor.
I like a lot of things, so I put a lot of things on the things that I like. I want it to be like one of those commercial sandwiches where
Wonderful.
when they press it down on the commercial, the stuff comes out the side. That's the kind of levels that I like to have in my stuff, which is probably gonna be more than you appreciate. And then there's the question of, do you want your jelly or peanut butter on top? And I think there's a clear answer to that.
I know I don't want strawberry. Raspberry? Okay. So there is no grape Smuckers on the table?
No, there's just Welch's. Wait, we don't need 2 grapes. I mean, what kind of world are we living in?
Yeah. Blackberry it's milder than that grape.
All right,
So
Lynn.
I'm testing that.
I've got what I believe is the perfect PB&J sandwich.
I went through a little apricot jam phase. I liked that for a little bit. All right, so this is my blackberry. And then I need to go with
Oh, you're still in test mode.
red raspberry. I am because I don't know between black and red raspberry which I like better.
We didn't even need to open that.
I'm about to find out.
While Link is constructing his perfect PB&J, I want to remind you about the Good Mythical Crew podcast. We call it Good Mythical Crew, the podcast. Latest episode is out today. They're going to be talking about what it's like to be a social media influencer. Like, how do you create the next TikTok trend? What, you just like memes? Are you a meme kind of person? Well, Chase is going to be getting an inside scoop from our social media team here at Mythical on this month's episode. You got to join Second Degree to listen, or Third Degree Mythical Society to listen and watch over at mythicalsociety.com. Learn a lot about what's happening behind the scenes at Mythical if you are a member of the Mythical Society.
No.
Oh, did you have a revelation?
Now, are you making red raspberry and crunchy peanut butter?
That's what I have landed on as my favorite.
And you tried the blackberry jam.
It came down to blackberry or raspberry, and the raspberry had a little tang that I liked. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to complain if you give me a blackberry jelly PB&J.
And you didn't even have the grape, but I'll tell you,
I don't like grape.
the grape comes on so strong, and then the blackberry is so subtle that the raspberry ends up being right in the middle with just the right amount of tang.
Oh, so you're a raspberry man too, but you're smooth. You're a smooth raspberry man, and I'm a crunchy raspberry man.
And now I'm mixing the raspberry and the blackberry, which is too much
Yeah,
trouble.
I don't think you can do that.
That's too much trouble.
That's against the rules.
Okay. All right. So that's my favorite. We're actually very close. The only difference is crunchy versus smooth.
You're not gonna make me one?
I did. It's right here. I made you half.
Okay.
And what you're going to be allowed to do here is, see, this is blackberry.
Yep.
This is red raspberry.
Okay, set it right
And then
there.
if you bite in the middle,
Both.
then you get both. But
Yeah.
that's too much trouble.
Too much trouble. Yep, just set it here.
And then what?
And then take one.
And then take this?
Yeah.
This is the sandwich you made?
Yeah.
See, that looks nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna taste your red raspberry smooth versus my red raspberry crunchy.
And I'm going to see if crunchy is going to surprise me.
I like that texture. It takes me on a texture journey.
Which texture?
The texture of the extra crunchy. And then I
Yeah,
feel like
you're still liking yours better than mine is what you're saying.
extra crunchy, raspberry for the tang, Jif peanut butter. You got to go with the Jif peanut butter. And you got to go with white bread because it is the perfect delivery mechanism for PB&J. I mean, it's not the most healthy. I don't recommend doing it on a regular basis. But if you're treating yourself, you know.
Man, Rhett. Thanks, huh? I'm telling you. The crunchy,
Yeah.
it kind of motivates a chew.
It motivates a chew.
Whereas-
and you love a chew.
Whereas otherwise, I'm chewing for no reason, but I am going to keep chewing.
Right.
You know me. Mm-hmm. So it kind of validates the effort that I'm going to put in anyways.
It gives you something to focus on with your teeth. Mm-hmm. You can literally like pick out a little piece of peanut and chomp on it.
Yeah. Wow.
Did I convert you? I converted you to a crunch. Now, I'm not I don't like, if I'm gonna go just late night peanut butter dipping, I'm going smooth. But
Right.
if I'm going peanut butter on a sandwich, I'm gonna crunch it up.
I've always wondered why we have crunchy in our pantry. Because I don't.
Sandwich making.
It's for sandwich making.
It is for sandwich
I didn't
making.
know it. I didn't know it.
Now you know.
This is. I feel a little emotional. Like, I'm kind of. I don't know. I'm happy.
I'm glad I was here for your peanut butter.
I
epiphany.
feel like I don't know. I've
arrived.
I thought you think you know yourself, and then you experience something, and you're like, there's still more to learn. There's still more life to live. Even in
life's
the
all
world
about,
of
man.
peanut butter, jelly sandwiches, here I am in the middle of my life, hopefully, not further than that.
Oh, so you're gonna die at 86. That'd be a life well lived.
Extra, and even, it's even extra crunchy. That's what I just can't. Where is it?
Right there, you had it.
It's Skippy?
No, it's Jif.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Extra crunchy.
Wow.
I love how confused you've gotten today.
Yeah, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm not myself today. Maybe that's what this is.
Oh, well, there's always tomorrow.
I'll try this again tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll do this for every Good Mythical More. Ad infinitum.
Infinitum? And before you go,
Ad
I do
nauseam.
want to let you know about another podcast, Hot Dog is a Sandwich, because Josh and Nicole actually did this very thing. They discussed this very subject of what is the best PB&J and bread combination, and they had completely different conclusions than we did. So go check out a Hot Dog is a Sandwich wherever you find podcasts if you want to see what people who actually know about food think about this stuff.
We could actually agree, but they couldn't.
Right.
What does that mean?
Rhett goes for the genuine introduction. Oh, nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. I'm glad to have you here. And Link always goes for the bit.